okay, if anyone's listened to this, I don't know why. I never really get this feeling, but I'm like super nervous. I'm trying like in like an hour or more, just like, oh man, when do I click it? What am I waiting for? Why am I waiting? Why am I so nervous? Like, what am I worried or what will like, what am I, when am I not gonna feel nervous, I guess? Yeah. So in the corner you can see a super simple VTuber program that I made to just kind of show when I'm talking. Godot does not actually have support for global hotkeys or like being able to use inputs while unfocused. So I have this for when you can tell I'm muted, but it's kind of not useful because it won't line up, and there's basically no point for having that other than I just want to go, I got muted for a while and I want you to know. Yeah, so I actually don't even know what I'm going to be doing. Other than, I don't even know if the stream is on actually. Is it? Okay, yeah, looks like it is. Good. Good and awesome and cool. And there's some official YouTube music from the audio library we can use. So incoming music, I've checked, it should be quiet, and yeah. Let's see, is this any bit, is that too loud, or it shouldn't be. I've often streamed, and yeah, now we are onto the things that we usually do. I probably should plug in a second monitor so I can tell when I'm actually muted, because I like to just do push to talk, but then I'm totally gonna forget that I'm muted. Oh yeah, also, well, there we go. That's the little warning that we have. So if I'm not saying much, it's because that, and also this is a development stream, which means that I am kind of busy typing and all that stuff, and just kind of thinking how to solve a problem, and that takes a lot of focus. So if you like to ask a question, go for it. Maybe I should write another label, just like, man, really dense, full of text, mobile video, and I'll just be like, hey, probably not saying much. We're afraid to, yeah, let's write that. Yeah, true, and let's do that. Yeah. Okay, so far I've got it. I'm just gonna put that at the bottom there. You won't see it yet, and I'll add a scroll to it. I do wonder like how much of this text is legible on a phone. I tried to make everything big so you could see. But yeah. Also, this music sounds definitely like a royalty-free song. Yeah, sadly I don't like techno music. And I don't know what YouTube Shorts music is, so Probably won't be listening to that either. We could though. It has this. And it's between it. This properties. Space. There we go. And there you go. I think that gets the point across. So back to being mute while I plug in a second monitor, I think. I hope nothing crashes while I do that, but who knows? For anyone watching this, I don't know how you got here. I'm having too much fun cleaning my room, making space for the second monitor. Tend to do that often. Oop, back to mute. Okay. No. Or sorry, if the power cable can even reach. Sorry, not to be so self-conscious. Relatable maybe. Hashtag relatable, but maybe it's because I don't have my headphones on. You know what a speech jammer is? I don't know how they work. I assume it's like you're hearing a relay of what you're saying on a delay by like a second and a half. What means is that what that causes as you say anything, you just like and you start like stammering on all of your words and fumbling. You won't even like sound like you're speaking English. It'll sound like you're speaking Simlish or something. I'm pretty sure that works in other languages. This is HTML. What is HTML? I'm looking for I remember some person like monitor or something. They're not monitor. I don't know one. Oh wait, no. Yeah, it was like a 2K monitor, and I was like, yeah, so sorry, we don't have the HDMI cable for you. They're like, yeah, actually. They didn't say it like that. They basically were like, I think you mean DisplayPort or something. I'm like, oh, huh. Okay. Thanks. Cool. I don't know. If you're trying to say something, you just try. But I like DisplayPort because free, so even if it does not as good in terms of specs, I will stand it. People making it? Probably not. Okay, being back to mute. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm just wondering if I were using like a webcam, would it be more understandable that like, oh, there's just an empty chair on stream? So interesting. But like, oh, I wonder when they're gonna show up again. Rather than I don't know, just like the same kind of video you can get if you just look at like Google Images or something. So I think I realized that this monitor has a power bar in it. Oh, definitely intimidating. I don't know if what if I could just use my phone as a second monitor? That'd be nice. Maybe I should have written stream setup today. And we're back. Okay. I hope that you have skimmed to this point. And if you've skimmed to this point, skim like 10 minutes in the future. Get this. Picture a monitor that has a power brick, and so it doesn't really turn on, it's just always on. Awesome. Okay, oh, I should have said we're swapping monitors now. We have two of them. Okay, good luck, good luck. Okay, this is glitching. Cool. Oh, we got comments, and it didn't even show up on stream actually because I'm using the wrong monitor, the wrong thing. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I can tell. Going right now. Ah, this is kind of weird. I'd like to show a picture of this. I guess I can move this. Wait, like almost like it's about to fall off my. Oh, it's always in my peripheral. Okay. Yeah. True. Okay. Now we check this out. Whoop. That stream chat. Maybe I should make this invisible. There you go. Oh no, it doesn't do it. Okay, we gotta whamp one more time. Okay. This close and pop out chat again. The folder is, whoa, it's not even, okay. All right. No, YouTube, I would not like to learn more. Stop showing me this. Yes, am I actually supposed to click learn more to get this to go away? I wonder if I like custom CSS for this pop-up window, because oh, okay, now it's moving, because as you're typing, it's going. Here, you can check this out. You can see what's happening. Okay. I gotta chroma key this correctly, or just not chroma key it. Yeah, I don't even think that's showing up. Yeah, your text isn't showing up. Maybe when I put chat on screen, but it's like not even chat. Yeah, this is actually called username. It's where you get to see people's usernames. And that might be because, whoa, the bunny's back a third time. Bunny's back, bunny's back. Oh, there he goes, he ran away. Damn, my room light's on, so like the light was reflecting off of the rabbit. They could clearly see that I'm in here, and they could clearly see the lights on in here, so guess they're cool with that. Oh, whoa, whoa, okay, funny video, gotta go get it. Thanks, tired. Okay. Also, it's finally warming up over here, so sure they can. Like true and. Well, I won't bug him too much as I'm not supposed to interact with the animals. I want to get his attention, but attention to I'm scared. Wait. I can't just show him pictures of Mario and be like, check this out, yo, you've been missing out. He won't get it. Okay, how do we chroma key this? There we go, we did it. We did it, guys. Chroma keyed. So like, okay. I can minimize this until the chat starts to move, and then two more pixels. And then left hand. Human's kind of a really big avatar. There we go. Sadly, it's not chroma keyed, and if your username's incredibly long, there's not much I can do for you. You set your username. You are the one who sets your own username. Maybe I should just make my head like smaller. Deep love. It's definitely interesting trying to make a mobile layout. Like making like a concrete brutalist apartment. All the everything's squares and just stacked on each other. Okay, there we go. Finally, we get somewhere. I want this to actually be above here. Okay, what does this look like? Well. Watching my own stream, so we'll pause that. Oh. Okay. I think we've got it all now. Sorry, I'm gonna obsess over the layout more. I can trim this a little bit better. Because once I get it, then I don't have to focus on it until next time I try to stream and everything. Well, the windows will be slightly different again. See, a lot of people add like a fade gradient over chat, so the top of chat fades. I think a lot of like OBS effects are in Windows only. Like I know add-ons in OBS are written through Python, I think. But for some reason, oh, it must just be like Windows only dependencies with their Python add-on code. That's my guess. I don't know if there's gradient fade on this. There actually needs to be like, I don't know, some like setting in OBS for download extra plugins and stuff, or extra visual effects. Like not as in go to the OBS website and go find them. Like just actually include in that stuff, because yeah, the effects are like a really fun part of OBS, as silly as that is. Is this... Alright, I bet it... Okay, get ready. You're gonna say, ah man, now I don't know which one I like better. Okay, get ready for the... No, it looks... Okay. Okay, let's play a game of before and after. Ready? You're gonna love this. Here. Ah, damn, no, wait. You can tell what part I'm testing now. Yeah, okay, well, we'll move it back. Okay, and let's see if you can notice it. Wow. What do you think, guys? This feels like a new era for stream layouts. Okay. So, one thing that I want to do with the code is, just in the no, I like that one. We're listening to it again. I didn't get enough time with that song. So in the res folder of Godot, right click, create a new text file, and it's called all capitals to do. Boop. Does that show up in Godot Editor? It does, it does. Okay, good. Good and awesome. Here's our text file. Man, do I need like a layout for like super zoomed in text? I don't know, you don't really need to pay attention to it. Although at this point I think I need the text to be bigger. So what were the things that I wanted to do? There's like a whole huge list of things. I wanted to use this guy's voice plugin add-on. The player database sync. Ooh, I need an MS Paint layout. Base. Can I just say certain people make things iconic in the way of like, oh, is that a construction hat? That's, oh my gosh, it's the Mario Maker hat. And like, oh no, Mario didn't invent the construction guy hat. So, yeah. The player days has a sync problem. A-weight-in RPCs. I saw something about that online and it, like what I need for checking if the player is admin or moderator when they ask for like request for a command. I don't really like want to write too much. Like I think the voicing I'll have to do later because that's a lot of just in Godot and I'd like to mostly focus on typing, I guess. Or just, it's because of this like RAM limit that I have for my computer where if I hit the RAM limit and it tries to put stuff into swap, it will just freeze up. I don't know if swap's not working or if it's because it's an APU and it's mixing stuff, or whatever. But whatever the case is, I don't want to be running too much. I'm just gonna essentially just write in VS Code and only test stuff like after the stream. Which is like, okay, how far can you get with that? So, we'll find out. So, to do this through the scripts, find all the RPCs for stuff. This is what I'm stealing from our fellow developer Skeleton. They're using name of for RPCs, because with an RPC you what this does is just, this music sucks. I can't focus with this music. That's kind of mean. I shouldn't say that. This Just checking if there's any lyrics. Okay, cool, no. Okay, what an RPC does is it sends a request to another client to run a function on their copy of the game. So what you need for an RPC is like you would just put like quotation marks and then main or physics process, and then it'll run it once on the person's computer. And then you have to use the parameters, and it's like, this is kind of silly, this feels like a function that I'd write. But that's how it is in Godot. And it's like both simple and also too simple, that's suspicious. But what Skeleton's doing is that they're using name of, which lets you, instead of just type in quotation mark, like spawn in, actually let's keep that, spawn ing grenade. And then later on down the road I realized, uh-oh, spawn ing grenade is misspelled. Let me respell it. Well, let me correct that. If I did so, this is not gonna update. There's a feature in VS Code that's very nice, super nice. I don't know how I used GDScript without that feature. But it lets you press F2 to rename values, and it'll search for every copy of that value and every word where it's referenced, and it will rename it for you. But this is just a string, so it actually kind of doesn't know that this is referencing a function. It could just be like, if your function's called main and in the text it says like, this is the main way that we, or like player one will be the main player as like something to display in game, and you're displaying that through a string, then it's not going to isolate the word main and figure out that's a function, because it's not a function in that context. So name of, and it's just like a small like janitor thing that I want to do right now. But yeah, I'll mute and just start typing. If I figure out what I want to do, then I'll inform you. Interesting. Okay. Reminds me of ancient era of Minecraft modding. I assume you did that as well? The only thing that I did was try to add like a panda element. And like a panda like yin yang ore, so I never really got far with Minecraft mod. It uses a lot of strings for doing reflection based calls, which is lame and not that performant. I'm sure there's something to get from out of that, but that's okay. If I wanted to write a really efficient third person Gary's mod like game, or Half-Life 2 like game, I probably would just use Source Engine because it's, you know, doing 3D and super efficient is probably pretty hard. One thing I'm noticing is that my CPU's like maxing out to 100 while typing that. I wonder what's going on there. Oh yeah, it totally is. Okay, so I guess while I'm typing, let me know if the text at the bottom starts to lag. That's awesome, but they're development programs, so they're not, and I could like, stream at like 30 FPS or something, if that is enough in the CPU budget to cover using a text editor. And true. Oh, I just made connection. We have a function called player flow, and I wrote that. I named it that because, not a function, we have a class or object named player flow, because it's like, oh, I gotta distinguish this from the other player, that character that sucks. So what do? Like player with good movement, or player object with good, player controller with good movement. So I shorten it to player flow. Unintentionally. Okay, so we've done that part. Very easy. What to do? Guess I'll just look around for a bit. I'm muted, actually. Wow. Wow, cool. That's okay, I was vented for a little bit. Okay, so there's two ways of networking. There's one where everything is happening on the server's end, and one where most of what we can do is just client side, and then we only sync the minimal things. With Godot, if you try to run an RPC, it will check for if that object is on the other player's in their, if they have that node in the same like path. So one thing I want to try, okay, so sorry. One thing I want to try is taking out all of the, okay, I'll just do it. I think no one's watching anyway, so I don't really have to explain anything. Basically, we have this thing. We have a level manager that always exists, and then the game hierarchy of like things and players and whatnot. And this level manager is always going to be separate from that. So this stuff will change, this stuff will stick around. And in this hierarchy, there's the current level script. And when a player exists, this thing will just keep running and running and running and running and running, and then like hoping that someone else has that. Now, do I already do this? Okay, hold on. Basically what I'm just gonna do is, so I don't have to explain it, is this thing will just ask the higher up thing to then do the call, so that way on the other players scene hierarchy, if say theirs is different, they've got like and then like tons of these here, and they don't even have a current level. It's instead, I don't know, there's no level, it's just void or like a text chat thing. And like picture pink being RPC calls. If I was having, I don't think I do it this way, but if this does an RPC, it looks for this. Uh-oh, that's not me. But instead it will send it up here to this multiplayer manager thing. Cool, got it, no error. And then what this thing does is just like, cool, I just got a message. Let me just check. Do I see something here? No? Okay, well, I don't need this data. I'm just gonna like toss it away next time you send another one, but yeah. Oh, that's so good now. Okay, good. As long as I minimize drop pile, it won't show up. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, cool. But the question is, do I actually do that? And back to be mute. Quick question in case of skeletons watching. Well, let me think about Did you think the flashlight... Oh no. Oh god. Okay, good that no one's watching. Yeah, Skeleton posted the stream on the announcements then, so... Very awkward if you're... Yeah. I'm just wondering, like... I sync the player's flashlight, whether it's on or off here, or just only sync it every time you click it. Because that would make sense. It's just, I guess there's a downside if like player like spams it. And yeah, I actually just should. Hey, sorry. What would I call the function that does this? It's the function that places the other players in the right spots that they should be at. That would be... I could say sync other players' position or sync dummy players. Place players, set other players' position. That sounds... match other players' position? I don't know yet. Oh my goodness, I'm having so hard with level 1, or such a hard time with level 1. If only someone could download the app and play it for me. Oh, I noticed something wrong with this. Apparently you can just change the type of some like value something is mid-line. So what I could do is Never mind, I was already doing this. Okay, so just minimize on errors. Well, oh. Yeah, we do these, and then these functions called sync player data. These call an RPC on this. Probably be best if I take all of this function and copy it and put it into the like player network manager. Because I can see what else is auto-loaded. It's the it's auto-loaded. The terminal and the multiplayer network manager. So yeah, it's gonna go in there. Okay. Wow, it's right here. Turns out I update the multiplayer, the flashlight. I update when in multiplayer the flashlight syncs for other people and is visible in its own function. So smart. I'm really liking this song. I don't know why there's no errors right now. Maybe it just hasn't kicked in yet. But yeah, there should be errors. But there aren't any. But yeah, current level, that script had a lot of responsibilities and it was doing stuff that really it shouldn't be doing, and some other script should be handling that stuff. So now the stuff that the current level script is in charge of is more in tune with what it needs to do. So I'm think of like I get, and you go into a level. Current level's ready. It should check if it's multiplayer, and then all the server hit different level, right? You think that at some point, I just don't know when, I can find it by going to like this stuff and see, when do we call this? Okay, that's when we call it. So then when does this get called? Maybe it's this. On physics process in the multiplayer network manager. If it's multiplayer. And we have a database refresh timer. Guess I should have like a function just called refresh the... It wouldn't be called refresh the database, because that would be okay, so the timer goes and then database refresh time. Once it's 0, then we set we have one thing called my info, and we have this big thing that is full of them. That's the host. And all of this stuff. Is there a way that I can, like, one of these is yours, and one of these, well, I mean, this is always yours, so it should just be green. And then this one is also yours. So can I... The dictionary is full of these, and it's almost like read only. Right. I don't think I'd ever want... Because, like... I don't think I ever want the player putting stuff in this. Like, this is one huge database full of all the players' info. Every player's info. And it should be mostly up to the server host or whoever is the authoritative person to write to that. Like, you send info about like I get a point and I send to the host that I got a point, and then they update that, and then they send the info back to me, and then I add that info to the database. I'm thinking like what's something that like updates a lot of times and we don't want to constantly be sending over the network. Like, say you change your character's color. Then I would want to see that updated in real time. I wouldn't want to send like every in-between color while I'm setting it. I'd want to be the last one that sends it, so... I'm trying to think of a good policy for like... What's the point of this one here? When you have a copy of it here. What is the point? Because like, if you're ever writing to your info, it should be synced with everyone, I think. And if you could write to your info with like how many points you have, that could totally get desynced. Like, oh, now the host resets the game and everyone's like points get reset. So what are something like my local info? Oh, in my info, we just have two of these? Like game stuff, and then one for personal player settings. What if I try to change my username? Server... I mean, you have bigger pictures if like the server doesn't receive it or whatever. I guess that's something I'll have to ask later. Oh, and I will ask very soon, actually. Let's just think if I can figure out like a, let's just before I start asking like other people what they think, I should probably have my best option figured out. I think that as that could be clipped. I'm thinking like, okay, well, like, the thing that's super important is just points. Points. So I guess points should be their own player info stuff. Like there's locally set things, like your position, the current level you're in, that can then be changed and probably should be synced. And there are things that you probably have to request to change. Like, oh, I gotta kill, give me a point. And then it'll, like, things that you can change on your own now. And things that you have to verify changing. But then what if you... things that you have to verify changing. Like your costume, if you try to change your costume, that's somewhat fine until it's a map where you have to be a certain costume. Then that becomes a verified costume that is being used. So that one, you have to ask before changing. Otherwise you could just change it locally, which you always can. How do they even do this stuff? Like, that's how anti-cheat works, because like, well, that's what anti-cheat would have to solve, is that like, I have a copy of where every player's position and everybody's costume looks like, just on my computer in RAM somewhere. So like, I could just edit those values. Ooh, but then what if like I edit it in my RAM? And then, so it's like, okay, well now everyone looks like the robot guy because he's easier to see, and I set their colors to red. And I'm not using this like a Vulkan render add-on thing. So I set their costumes to red. Okay. How about we have something the game sends a copy of what your current RAM is for that section? And if it's different, then you fucked up, buddy. Points, costumes, not level, not position, not rotation, not ammo. Even though that, like, yeah, I understand this is a PvE game, okay? If someone's gonna cheat and just give themselves infinite ammo, I mean, what, I don't know. But, kick him out of the server, I guess. You're cheating. I've played with someone like that before, and we told them, hey, stop, and then we gave them another chance, and then they started cheating again in a single player, like, multiplayer PvE game. The other things would be info that's per player has to be verified. Per player has to be verified in a PvE game. What checkpoint you're at? not really a time where you're setting that locally. Like you would run into a checkpoint and then you'd... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this. Okay, we'll figure it out later. I could ask them. I could ask Skeleton, owner of the server, to maybe weigh in, and we can have we can finally figure out what the answer to that is. But as cool as that is, they haven't been streaming for a little while, so I don't want to put them on the spot. Okay, we're basically done with this for today. Oh yeah. And I'll let you know what I figure out for this player info stuff.